Episode 16, Season 16, West Indies rebuild. India are coming to the West Indies. We've just beat them away 2-1, but we've had a bit of a fall from grace. It's not a case we've been bad, we've just maybe let ourselves down slightly. Loss against Sri Lanka at home, beat India away, but then drew with Bangladesh and had a difficult time against England. We remain 4th in the world rankings, which is good for us, on 94 points, our second best ever. But India is going to be difficult. Zimbabwe should be a cakewalk. Afghanistan is hopefully must-win cricket. And the rest of it is all white ball as there is a World Cup in action. A World Cup, if it's the 50 over World Cup, we're not actually a bad team in. Test World Championship as well. I don't think we're going to be making it anytime soon. 50% is great, but do we really think we'll beat India in a couple of games and get into that top 2? Probably not. And no, it's a definite not. It will be an India-South Africa final. England have just beat Australia 3-2 in the Ashes. And the World Cup, surprise, surprise, was won by India, who scored 285 for 7 and was more than enough to beat South Africa by 5 runs. West Indies, on the other hand, well, we lost to West Indies, we lost to South Africa, we lost to Pakistan, and lost to Australia, lost to England, beat Bangladesh, beat Afghanistan, lost to India, lost to New Zealand, beat Sri Lanka. So we probably won the games you would expect us to and lost the games you would expect us to as well. I think the time is time for Ashmead Ned to go. It's a difficult one. We're saying goodbye to a legend, but he's not the player he was. His strike rate has gone through the roof. His economy rate is still pretty reasonable. Is he done? I'm questioning myself now because 15 seasons, 396 wickets, he has been exceptional and he's had one bad year. I'm not ready to do it. Come here, I just cut people out for no apparent reason at times, and then other times I'm like, I can't let him go. Francis is going to drop out of the squad. We are going to bring in Justin Pursued, who has been in the squad previously, if you remember. No test matches to his name. He's played a couple of one-dayers. Got a decent average in second-team cricket and in first-class cricket, and 27 years old. India at home. Also, there's joint winners of the Test World Championship. It ends up a tie. India drew. Now, this happened with India-Australia. In fact, it's a complete tie because they end up on the same score in the first innings. That is quite incredible. Why did they declare? Oh, they didn't. They were 3-13 all out. 3-13, and then South Africa get 3-13 for 9 in the tie. Incredible scenes. I think India... no, it's not updated yet. Batting lineup's going to remain pretty unchanged. Campbell's had a little bit of a fall from grace for the guy who's got 9 ODI centuries to his name. I just want a little bit more. He had a bit of a downturn. Lewis remains at 3. We've kind of ruined him a little bit because he was amazing at 5, but that 3-hole is a difficult gig. Moabir was exceptional last year. He averaged 50. Hilton averaged 38. Beckford is averaging 36. They're, for us, reasonable numbers. We're up against it. We're 4 3/4 stars going up against them. Also, we bring in Hughes for debut as the seam bowler over Blackman. Good score, big score. We go 420. Moabir, well, it's safe to say he's arrived. He doesn't know how to play straight, but his form in Test match cricket is wonderful. 130 here. Takes his Test match average up to 40. We called him out as being a high-class operator. He's doing it. Lewis gets a century at number 3. Much needed to get that monkey off his back. 55 not out for Hilton. 61 for Samaru. Huge partnership of 228. That's a performance. We've got a 159 run lead. Rayo holds tight. Scores 95 big runs for them. But Hughes on debut takes 5 for 72. And he did it in fine fettle. Wickets up top. No cheap wickets to speak of. His record is exceptional. 166 at 20 in first class cricket. And he turns up on debut and does that. It is currently day 3, session 2. Uneven bounce. If we can bat a day, we've got a good chance. 397 to win. Samaru with a 50. Campbell 47. Beckford with 55 down the order. I feel he is... he's good in this role for us further down the order. I think he's got the ability to go up the order if someone like Hilton fails. It's day 4, session 2, uneven bounce and turning 397 to win. And we've lost. They knock off 397 easily. Let's be honest, this was easy. Mongier 146 not out. He's done us dirty a couple of times now. Runs throughout. We didn't make any breakthroughs with the ball. And Kishore 79 off 81 takes them home. Pepper in the leg side. He gets his... on debut, he scores runs. So, overall, disappointing. We had a great opportunity to win. Maybe I should have looked at the changes. But, in a game that we scored quite a lot of runs as well, bowlers average 40. So, it's just the fact it was in the last innings. We're almost 5 stars. So, we are, as a team, getting better. 220 all out. Moa Beer holds us together with 105. Got himself ran out towards the end. Average over 40. I love to see it. But the rest of it was very poor. Oh, I'm over Ned. I'm officially over him. 1 for 71 here. It's not the same guy, is it? It's not the same guy. Pasture, we're going to take you out. This is your final test. We've not spoken about things, but it's time. Lose by 5 wickets. We get 261. Samaru Campbell with some runs before the middle order gets knocked over pretty quick. And then trying to bowl them out. Well, we just can't do it. We can't do it. 2-0 we go down. There are some things to like. We've got 5 batters averaging over 30, which is good for us. Moa Beer was wonderful. But the ball was woeful throughout. Just a really disappointing loss. Particularly that first test. Drops us down to 5th. But it does give us an opportunity now. We're playing against Zimbabwe. We're playing against Afghanistan. There's a chance to move on from Ned with hopefully a little light touch games. 418 wickets at 22. You have been an absolute legend for probably about 15 seasons of this save. But at 38, your time is up. Someone else's time is now. Quite a transition from Ned, and with Ramroot on his way out. 2 tests in Zimbabwe. We get a decent deck. Did want us to make some changes. We've got some new faces in the squad. We've got Hoyt, who's played 122 one-dayers, and Baksh, who's played 11, but is a bit of an all-rounder. 5 wickets, 136, and about an average of 12. Henry fares much better, so we might take a look at him, but Pasad, he looks like the best bowler in the lineup that we want to give a game to. 307. It's a decent score. There's 5 for Hughes. Like to see a little bit of that in his life. 2 fifers and a 4-fer in his first 5 innings in Test cricket. Averaging 28. He might be that sort of guy. That might be his level. That is very reasonable. They batted well. Simango, he did well. 98 off 209. We did drop him. But 21 Test centuries for him. Bennett scored runs against us before. Ben White of Arsenal fame, he went and scored runs. So there's some good players. Take a 55-run lead. We got 100 from Lewis. Joel Lewis again in this number 3 hole, scoring big. That's 2 centuries, 1 against India, 1 against Zimbabwe. Looking good, 8 test match centuries, averaging 35. That's lovely. Moa Beer scores 92. His form continues. And 54 from Modesti returning to the team. Didn't really do much wrong to be dropped, just there was better players. And we've actually got 216 to win, so this game is right in the balance. George Botha, 35 years old, he scores 92. He averages 31, so he's had a good day out for himself. Simango with some more runs. Wickets spread around. Pursued on... This is debut, isn't it? This is test match number 1. 3 wickets at 43. Not quite ideal. But day 4, session 1. Uneven bounce. A little bit of wear in the wicket. We are favourites. No one told us we're favourites, or the players, because we're 52 for 4. We've been throttled by Nkomu. That is the most embarrassing loss we've had in the entire save. And the frustrating thing is, or the thing I'm finding frustrating, is we're not a bad team now. So we shouldn't be having these hiccups against Zimbabwe. We just got bowled out for 180. And it was only 180 because Anderson got 47 not out. It's just more of the same. That means this top bit we're not ready for. It also means it's probably a 30 episode series because it's not going to be done in 20. Okay, big change. The number 7 hole has gone to an all-rounder. Henry's coming in as the all-rounder. Blackman as the extra seamer. So it gives us 4 seamers and a spinning all-rounder. Changing a lot. Also takes us down to 4 stars, so obviously not the right thing to do. 168 all out. Wicket spread around. Blackman with 4 for 32. Hughes was great. Got Zuzi, got Simango for 78. He is having a great time this series. Scoring runs in all formats. He's got hundreds in all formats. There's so many times I shake my head at our batting, and it was here. Campbell is in horrendous form. Literally horrendous form. His test cricket has dropped off a cliff completely. Now averaging 34. Still averages 52 in ODI cricket from 45. So he can play. The wonder kid can play. But we're set. We're batting well. We've got partnerships. And then they just go bang, 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 bang. And the rest of the order is gone. If it wasn't for Moabir being an absolute worldie, now averaging 41 with the bat, we'd be in a mess. We win. Thorne gets 4 for 32. Henry 1 for 40 in his first bowling effort. He's 35 years old coming in. Literally trying to fill a gap to give us the extra bowler. And then with the bat, Campbell knocks him off. So a really unconvincing split series against Zimbabwe that takes us down to 6th. This is all wrong. We're just going in the wrong direction in life. Okay, so no real change to the team. We've got a couple of changes to the squad which we might go into. One being Babalal, 77 wickets at 25. He took 49 at 19 as a right-arm seamer. So we may have a look at him, because the whole time we've been trying to fix the top 6, and in the time we've started to fix the top 6, the bowling attack has got old. Gamroop's gone, Ned's gone. Thorne and Anderson are still going. Thorne, I'm not sure how much longer I've got of him. He's 35 and his average 16 at 32 this year, 53 at 30 last year. It's a big drop off from where he was. To the point, I'm going to use this as an opportunity to drop him and play Babalal. One of the great names in West Indies cricket. We are a 4-star rated team. We're going in the wrong direction. Bloody brilliant. 167 this time. It was rainy, but it doesn't excuse it. It doesn't at all. They get 4-2-3 and are 256 ahead. There's no words. Babalal, 2 for 118. We've regressed with the ball an outrageous amount. And we've lost by an innings in 33. There's no words. There really isn't. All the years of building this team, and maybe we reached the peak where we did, because Thorne's back in. I can't let you go. Henry is not the guy. Blackman goes. Modesti in. Puts us back up to a 4.5-star rated team. Maybe the peak has been with that amazing bowling attack. Now we've not got access to it. We are struggling. That's better. We bowled them out for 190. Thorne 4 for 66. Tried to use, and wrongly, look past Afghanistan by dropping Thorne and giving a young guy a go, and it backfired. And the problem with losing a test match on the game is it sets you back a few years before you gain back those points. It's a huge, huge lead. Thanks to Campbell's return to form. Hopefully return to form, and it's not just a one-off sort of knock. He scores 251, takes his average just shy of 40 again. Pretty chanceless throughout. He does it supported by a lot of players. Samaru 50, Lewis 50, Hilton 70, Beckford 30. There was a lot of good stuff in this. 300 run partnerships on the bounce. Done. Win by an innings and 239. We needed this. I think I needed this more than anything. The therapy that has been the game is becoming a torture. It is a tough environment. And as you start to have success, you expect more success. And it's not quite being as linear as that. It is ups and downs and peaks and troughs, frustrations along the way. Campbell ends up averaging 92. Moabir 35, Lewis 37, Habalol, I don't think we're going to see you in a little while, mate. Some good stuff here. Thorne averaged 11 from the game that he played. He was really good. Better players out of form are better than not as good players in form, is the general rule, and I think I might have overlooked that slightly with the view to moving on because everyone was aging at the same time. It is a quite incredible record from Thorne, who just year on year performs amazingly. And then we look at this one, which tells us our 50s per innings is down, our 100s per innings is down. We finish the season on 87 points. It's a tough gig because we were in fourth for 2 years and we've been as high as 97. It's a bad season for us. Sonny Moabir, 24th in the world with the bat, and with the ball, Gary Anderson, Isaiah Thorne, 1 and 2. It's a shorter episode. There's less going on. We're bottom of the Test World Championship because the Afghanistan games don't count. You've really got to earn your stripes because you've got to beat the other 8 best teams in the world to do well in the Test World Championship. But thank you so much for watching. We're going to bring a positive outset to next episode. Try and get this team humming again. Change of bowling, batting going, win some games of cricket. We'll see you then.